3,000 as a target. I'm dying in Yobe. Here, look at how they burn our team. Look at how many people have died. Nigeria, look into our problem. Nigeria, look into our problem. We are dying. No help. What are we serving this country for? Why? Nothing. Hungry servicemen. God is there. Thank you.
Make we not mind this police officer. Now the government where they give us, now they face so. Not by now. Now they can't rig the election. Now they will go rig Anambra. Now they will go rig Osun State. Now they will go rig Ættà. And they will go rig Ættà. Why not ban all these police? So they are evil men.
Alright, so I just saw this video now on Sunday Ednon's page. First of all, this video is very offensive. Not just that, it is degrading, disrespectful, and shameful to the Nigerian police force and also to the country called Nigeria. This video clearly shows a foreigner arranged our policemen in uniform, in line, in uniform, and started giving them money one after the other. And they are seen shining their teeth. It just reminded me of this particular video of monkeys rushing bananas. That's what that video reminded me of. It is a disgrace to the entire police force and a disgrace to Nigeria. A disgrace. I have searched, immediately I saw this video, it triggered me. I searched the whole internet to find where other countries around the world, where you will see their policemen like this, in this same formation of people giving, not even their own country persons, giving them money like that. Only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. I shame for this country. I shame for Nigeria. I shame. Nobody even saying a Nigerian man, they don't, a foreigner. The annoying part of the video. Now when the man can't even call in daughter, being a friend, can't give those girls money, them two can't continue and they laugh. See this one with 3-star. Nigerian police force, 3-star. 3-star. Foreigner line una up, they give una money. At least I don't the opportunity to travel around some countries around the world and I see the way they respect their police. I see the way the policemen carry themselves. For Dubai, when I go, you know, if you even follow the policeman talk. I just came back from China because that man in that video looks Asian. So I just came back from an Asian country, China. You know, if you see their police in this kind of position. In short, there was a particular day I went to buy gadgets. I went to the gadget shop. So this young girl who sells one cleaner like that, cleaner for clothes, she kept on pressurizing me to buy the cleaner. I told her I don't want. But because of the pressure she mounted me, I said, okay, let me dash this girl 100 RMB, which is equivalent to about 22,000 naira. Let me dash this girl, make sure they go. You understand? Make she leave me. Do you know I gave this girl this 100 RMB? The girl gave me the goods. I told her I don't want the goods. That I'm just giving it to her, that she should go. The girl said, no, she cannot accept it. That if I don't want to buy, I should forget it. That was when one Nigerian guy that went together and I said, in China, they feel the need to work for money. They don't like when you dash them money. That one now, the ordinary citizen, let alone the police. I see this video, I nearly shed tears for my country. I nearly shed tears. Guess what? Maybe this particular Asian looking man now, this foreigner where did this video, anytime he does something, all those police where they cannot do anything. It's obvious that those policemen are within the jurisdiction of where that foreigner business day. So from this video, you clearly see that he's in charge of all the policemen in his jurisdiction. No wonder why some Nigerians, they complain, say that they work for all these foreigners companies for Nigeria. Say sometimes they'll go report their oga because of maltreatment. Sometimes their bosses, their foreign bosses, go use stick hit them, use plank knock them. They'll go and report to the police that their rights is being stepped on in their own country. Instead, our Nigerian police go even lock them up. Stories like that have come out, and this is it. If you feel they do this one for open, where you don't even get shame, they record you. You don't even do it for hidden. It don't reach like this. Country don't bad like this. To the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, I don't know if you have seen this video, but I am really curious. I would expect you to bring all these policemen to a room and ask them what that money is for. Even if he's dashing them the money on their uniform, like monkeys that are rushing bananas. Like monkeys. It is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. It is disgraceful. It is degrading. And not just a slap to the Nigerian police force, but a slap to the whole country called Nigeria and every Nigerian living in this country. Like I said, present me a picture, a video anywhere of police around the world in different countries. Just find a video where you will see that a citizen is giving their policemen money. Even Ghana, where they near here, you know, if you find this type of video. But Nigeria, everything is allowed. No manners, no morals, no respect for the uniform. It is a disgrace. I'll be expecting the PRO, the first PRO, to say something about this. But of course, you know, if you even talk. And to the IG of police, I'll be expecting a statement on this video. It is a disgrace. It is a disgrace to my country, Nigeria, and a shame to everybody where in this country. This video, which message you want to send out? After we say they no value us around the world. That's why when we travel, they keep teaching us. They keep treating us like mumu. And we don't learn. But guess what? Time will tell. And you all will learn, and you will learn the hard way if you don't start carrying yourself properly. Shame. Disgrace. Disgrace.
Alright, two trending videos of the Nigerian police force. The first is a police officer crying out for help, crying out to Nigerians to help them and save them from the hands of the unfortunate lack of commitment of the government at all levels to fixing their problems and helping them to help the country. Now, the second video is also a cry out, but fortunately, I'm seeing narratives on social media, even from our faves, that kind of derail what actually they are crying out for. That's a crying out by the police force too, to have allowed that show of shame. So, while you guys, a lot of you are criticizing the police officers, unfortunately, in our system or in our environment or in our society, we don't know how to look at the bigger picture, the system failures, and then we don't know how to fix systems. We want to criticize. That's why we idolize brands or politicians, because our society has been orchestrated, built in such a way to hype beings, human beings, individuals, and continue to destroy institutions. If we are really serious as a country, that video speaks volume of the kind of institution that the police force really represent. And now let's take it. So I asked myself a couple of questions seeing these two videos, because they virtually mean the same thing. Lack of welfare, lack of equipment, improper orientation, not even knowing what the police force is used for. If a policeman can be crying to Nigerians to come to their aid, and the second one, you see a foreigner that is giving policemen money. So imagine this foreigner now is doing illegal activities in this country. Will these police officers be able to do that? Have you ever seen anywhere in the world, by any standard, by any means, that you see police people of serious countries, even for African countries that are in the same region with us? Have you ever seen this kind of thing? So the problem is not with the officers. The problem is that we have continued to have depleting, dilapidating, decomposing and disintegrating systems of the security architecture. So I asked myself clearly, what are the things that societies do to securing their countries? What do societies do to helping their police force maintain law and order, which is of course the primary aim of the formation of police? Number one is raising the standard of living of all citizens. First and foremost, if the citizens do not have standard of living, the police forces is whack. The first thing is to ensure that people have means of livelihood. In most European countries, I've been here a few months now, I can tell you, there's no heaven anywhere. But what some societies have done is to create systems to help you, to aid you, to support you, that just in case you may not be able to meet with all of the needs that you are supposed to meet, they have created systems to help you to survive, whether it is credit scheme, or it is subsidies or subsidizing certain things, or it is support funds. In some schools, for example, are not just free, they also give children lunch. So just in case you have parents or you have families that it is difficult for you as beginner to be able to feed your children, they say we can give them lunch. Whatever you decide to give to them, and sometimes in some occasions, they send help to parents around. These are society. However, in our country, this is not the case. Now, beyond all of that, do you know that it is very recently, with all of the economic deprivations in third world countries, that most persons begin to troop into some of these countries where systems like healthcare and policing, for example, and even teaching, education, were now infiltrated by people who came to look for money. Usually, these systems were built with blood and sweat of people that were passionate. So it is a crime, it is a risk for any society where police force is one of the lucrative jobs and people get in there because of money. Because if these police officers are joined this system because of the understanding of how well it is and they wanted to help secure societies, they would have known that this is a risk. This is a societal risk, and this can put the society at immense danger. This is also a brand image that is terrible, and anybody that has any clue, but guess what? We have a clueless system. Watch out in the next couple of days, you'll see that the same police force, where the bulk of the problem lies, the Inspector General, the disciplinary committee, they will call these same officers, both the man in the first video and the second videos, they will dismiss all of them. But it doesn't change it, because what you have actually been able to say to these guys is to hide, to cry, or hide to do all of this. But how do we fix the system? How do we help? And I've asked simple questions. How many security meetings has the Nigerian government had with the police? As it were today, the police is still under the purview of the exclusive list of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So it means that it is still purely a federal government affairs. Ask yourself, what is the new security architecture? What is the new roadmap? What is Tinubu doing differently that Buhari failed to do for 8 years? Same of a kind. The same strategy, leave them to do. So we keep having these reactive measures. When things like this happen, we sit back and begin to topple it into conversation, argue, and then we get back to it. How do we fix it? I have told you, I mentioned earlier, standard of living must be fixed. We must return the police, the healthcare and education, but now we are discussing police, to where people are passionate. There are people that want to work in the police. We must return it. As much as we want to make it lucrative, we also want to ensure that people who have got reasons to be there, people who are qualified. In Benin, where I come from, there were very notable Yahoo boys that were in the police force. They were notable cultists that were in the police force. People that had questionable characters, they were in the police force. And then you wonder, and you expect to fix a problem. A police officer is planning, police are planning to go and bust a place. They will, and one person will tell one person to tell another person, so everybody will not cheat. Sometimes police say, Mona concert to be like say we will attack but this week, then that will not come and raise money and say we'll get 2 million for Mona. That's how terrible the system. And guess what? All of these are institutionalized in the police force. So we must get back to realizing all of this. We say, leave these guys alone. Stop worrying about these actions and reactions. How do we fix this system that things like this will be forgotten? Because it doesn't deter them. What you do is to now quench it or hide it and do it in the secret. But it doesn't mean that it will stop. These police force need help. Standard of living is poor. Society, they don't even have support. I lived over 30 years of my life under the roof of a police officer, and I can tell you, it's a mess. It's a mess. So we must get back to all of these conversations to see what exactly is the problem, and leave these guys. The problem is not with these guys that collected on demand and shouted. It's the fact that we have a problem that we need to deal with, and the problem is that government needs to agree that they do not have clue of how to manage our security. If they need to get consultants, if they need for, of course, all I care, these politicians do not even care. As long as they've been able to protect themselves, Nigerians can go to hell and burn to ashes. They say Tinubu that said recruit 50,000. How many has he recruited? What is the payment like for these guys? What is the standard of living? What is the supporting systems like? How does this, if a policeman that earns 80,000 naira, so to speak, right, will still need to pay school fees of 230,000 naira for one child and he has 4 children, will still need to buy tomatoes in the market. No? So, you guys will push them now for them to be dragged. But we'll get back here in no distant time. I will have this same conversation. Catch another time. Bye for now.